Hello, hello! Pizza Pax here, and we're live. And today we have a package. Ah, I have no idea what's in this. When I checked UPS, the company that's from makes no sense because it's some kind of meat packing company, which doesn't make any sense to me at all. And the name on the label that it came from also didn't make any sense. So this is a complete mystery. So let's see what we get. It's also very heavy. According to the shipping label, it weighs 13.5 pounds? I think it was pounds. It might have been kilos. What is this? City of Mist Deck of Legends. Compatible with Knights of Paintown. Okay. Interesting. Yeah, Pete's packages. Oh, that maybe not use that one. City of Mist tracking cards. I think this is something I backed on Kickstarter at some point, but I'm not entirely sure. Here, let's clear off these box tabs so we can get a better view of everything. Not sure if this is a board game or a tabletop game. Pretty sure it's a game of some kind. Be a little weird if it wasn't. Okay. Alright, City of Mist accessories. Character folio pack. Okay. This is cool. 14 pre-illustrated, pre-generated character folios, each 11 by 17. Okay. This must be one of the random tabletop games I've backed. I'm guessing it's City of Mist, but I don't know what that's supposed to... Oh, that's cool. City of Mist, Ordinary People, Legendary Powers, Starter Box. Very cool. Yeah, Pete's Package is that's a different YouTube channel. Well, actually, probably not even YouTube. That's the name of my non-existent OnlyFans. See, City of Mist accessories dice set. 8 custom City of Mist dice. 4 mystical amethyst mythos dice. 4 bloody newspaper logos dice. Each 12-sided die shows numbers from 1 to 6 twice, with a special icon instead of 6. Give the same statistical result as a 6-sided die. Okay. That's cool. Oh, that's heavy. That's really heavy. Holy crap. City of Mist. This reminds me of Dark City. Shadows and Showdowns. Knights of Paintown. This is by Son of Oak Game Studio. Okay. Oof. Man, that is heavy. That's just like 2 solid books. And City of Mist core set. Oh, wow. That is way heavier than it looks like. Oh, and apparently like the side of the box tore. Didn't even notice that. City of Mist, Ordinary People, Legendary Powers, core set. City of Mist. Then it's got kind of a blurry action shot on the backside. This is the MC Toolkit and Player's Guide. Don't know what MC Toolkit would be. Let's go ahead and open this up. Oh. Like, these are way heavier than they look like they should be. Gives me the aesthetic of The Wolf Among Us. I don't know what that is. Is that a tabletop game or something along those lines? This reminds me of, who was the artist? There's a comic book artist that is really heavily in this style. They did some work for Image Comics, and I can't remember their name for some reason. Reminds me a lot of the style of Hellboy, also. Is this like a GM screen or something? MC screen. What does MC mean? The Master of Ceremonies? Comic book / video game made by Telltale? I've heard the name Telltale. I'm not super familiar with their stuff though. I wonder if MC means the same thing that I think it does. Should be Master of Ceremonies in this context. This is the MC screen. I love the art on this. See, when the PC is player character in this instance. It's a neat little screen. It's got a bunch of tables on it. Different action phases, statuses, narration. Oh. Apparently, this is just an overlay piece. That's the actual back for it. That's cool. 3-piece landscape, MC, GM. So MC is equivalent to a game master in this. Screen with summarized rules, suggestions, and guidelines for MC moves and narration tips. Yeah. Oh, this is cool. Oh. There's a list of people's names that backed it. I wonder if I'm in here. Let's see. Oh, my name didn't end up in here. Interesting. You know, I bet I forgot to provide my name. Oh well. Because I definitely backed the Kickstarter. That's the only reason I would have this. Yeah, because this isn't one that I play tested. Oh, that is great art. MC means main character, as in like self-intent character, original character. The artwork is breathtaking, gorgeous. It is. It is fantastic artwork. It reminds me of like neo-noir, almost cyberpunk. And then, oh yeah, fantastic comic style. Yeah, this is definitely meant to be neo-noir. Or neon noir, which is a variation of neo-noir. Noir, of course, meaning black in French, but generally associated with like the detective archetype or the dark archetype. Oh, that art is so great. Oh, you can choose identities in this too? Oh, that's so cool. And they have built-in rules for it. That is so great. Different ways of expressing things, different rules for different kinds of mobility. Oh, this is cool. Oh, this thing must have been so much work to typeset and lay out. It's good heavy paper too. Different personality types and quirks, possessions. You can even set up a routine for your character. Oh, that's cool. Different types of training. Working the case. Oh, so there's mysteries you can have in this too? The actual gameplay is called The Conversation? Oh, this is neat. Oh, I hope I get a chance to play this sometime. This looks like so much fun. I hate font layout, and they did that well. Looks like a D&D book, but better. Yes. I agree. Like, this looks much better than most D&D books that I've seen. Actually, this looks better than just about any D&D book I've seen, or any tabletop RPG book I've seen. Like, just it keeps things really interesting, but also doesn't obscure the information. And it's just, there's so much in this. And I love how they worked art in throughout the different pages, and used like different styles to show examples without being cartoonish. Oh, that is so cool. Yeah, so in this instance, MC actually is Master of Ceremonies, not main character. It is a GM kind of role, so game master type role. So, joys of initialisms having multiple meanings. Oh, that is cool. Goes in on character development, player-driven character development. And it reminds everyone, you, not the MC, are responsible for driving your character's story forward. It's just something a lot of players fall into. It's expecting the GM to drive their story. Dramatic moments. You're trying to have a talk about having a balance between mythos and logos. Finding answers to your personal mystery. End of the road. If your identity ever becomes resolved, rephrase it in the same spirit to describe a new goal, a greater scope, a new angle, etc. Alternatively, if the aspect of your life truly ended, you may replace this identity's theme. Ooh. This is really cool Neon Tokyo kind of vibe. Talk about hard choices. Different consequences for action types. Oh, this is so cool. Making a nemesis, foreshadowing, nascent themes. Oh, this is so cool. Falling asleep, playing a sleeper. You can lose your powers? Oh, that is... Oh, that is so cool. Oh, I want to play this so much. Stuff for allies, building a base. Wow, 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 wow. This is cool. I can see someone working this into a homebrew campaign too, especially with the mysteries. Those are hard to do in my experience. Yeah. Well, I mean, this is an entire frame. That was the player's guide, and then Master of Ceremonies toolkit. So it is MC as Master of Ceremonies in this. Yeah, this is its own tabletop system. So this would be a system like D&D as a system. A lot of people think D&D is a specific game. It's really a collection of rules and systems, and you don't even need to use the WotC rules or TSR rules or any of those to play D&D. Like it's just it's a core set of rules with a oh no. Oh, I just noticed that the sleeve got damaged in shipping. Oh, that's so sad. Yeah, let's see what's in the Master of Ceremonies toolkit. It sucks that the sleeve got busted in shipping. It was just paper wrapped. It's just paper wrapped board. They really should have glued those corners so that they would hold together better. So this wasn't just a shipping fail, it was actually a design fail. There's no glue on this seam that I can see. And it's a mitered card seam that was then paper wrapped. So I know it is, but you can play roleplay however you like. I can see someone just taking elements of this without using the whole thing easily to incorporate into other role-playing games. Yeah, absolutely. One of the biggest things that I found about different role-playing systems is that they tend to focus on specific storytelling elements or rules elements that are generally missing from other games. Like there will be, of course, be commonality because it's a role-playing game. But often when a new system is created, it's because there was something interesting missing from the system. So, City of Mist, Master of Ceremonies Toolkit. Sorry, table of contents. Oh. So the roles of the MC: you are you as the writer, you as the referee, you as the host, you as the narrator. And then MC principles: communicate with the group, play to find out, be the character's biggest fan, make their lives interesting, and think cinematic. Those are all pretty good. Pretty good approaches. What's in the book? Got word on the street, behind the scenes, this is my city, and the appendices. Okay. Oh, cool. Pronoun use. Throughout the book, wherever possible, the text refers directly to you, the reader. Mostly this relates to you as the MC. In some places, it relates to you as the player or as the character you are playing. A clarification is given where needed. Elsewhere, the meaning can be understood from context. Where the third person is required, this book refers to the character as she, players as he, and the MC as she as well. This is an arbitrary division for the sake of readability and balance in the use of pronouns. Characters, players, and MCs can be of any or no gender. I appreciate that that's in there. Or we wanted to play a My Little Pony Friendship is Magic campaign where our cutie marks gave us power. Wait, what? To incorporate into other role-playing games. Or we wanted to play a My Little Pony Friendship is Magic campaign where our cutie marks gave us power. I mean, yeah, that is very valid. Cinematic game. Oh, that's so cool. Word on the street. Man, the art in this is just fantastic. Goes over different places of interest, different residential areas, the old quarter, industrial zone. So some good settings to go from. The outer districts. That is a mermaid under a pier. Okay. Yeah, definitely getting neon noir vibes out of this. Just out of town. That guy dressed as a plague doctor or a crow kind of thing, perched up in the tree. Neat. What is this? This is City of Mist. So originally this was a package that I had no idea what it was, but this is a tabletop game that I backed a while back. We're just kind of flipping through it, and it's got this awesome comic book art and this neo-noir style. I'm just blown away with how great this looks. This is the MC guide. So they call the DM or GM in this game the Master of Ceremonies, so the MC. And like characters have different powers and like goals. There's a ton of really cool stuff that they worked into this, and it's just so cool. And part of it is like chasing after a mystery, or at least there's a mystery aspect that's meant to be worked into it. Almost like you're trying to solve a case as you go, which may actually be part of the mechanics of the game. I'm not looking into it too heavily, just kind of flipping through and admiring different aspects of the rules and the art. Yes, absolutely. A BioShock style campaign could be made from this. Hey, it's Tommy Chong. I may be too old for anyone to get that reference. That's in the stream. Right on. I've played a few tabletops and only ran into one DM I like, so I gave up on them. Yeah, finding a good DM can be hard. I have ended up being DM for a few different groups over the years because we just couldn't find a good DM. And I am a mediocre DM, to say the least. Oh, this is cool. I don't know that this is one that I would want to DM. This is one that I would want, or MC. I think this is one that I would want to be a player character for. But I have had a repeating. There's been a rather repetitive issue of finding DMs that aren't just jerks. BioShock is my favorite video game. It was the first video game I played at age 7 with my dad. I was definitely too young. I mean... like, I guess. I don't remember what my first video... No, I remember what my first video game was. My first video game was Mrs. Pac-Man. Which gives you a slight idea of how old I am. Yeah. I'm actually having a hard time figuring out how they did the number or the numeration for names. Yeah, I can't find it. I'm gonna have to message them and ask if my name got left out or if they just put it in a weird order. Oh, they have different like layout things you can do too. Oh, that is cool. And the binding on these is really nice. For context, the first scene they make reference to popping the cherry. Yeah, I mean, I can't judge too much on that. I saw Fritz the Cat when I was 6. So yeah, I'm a bad judge of that. If you don't know what Fritz the Cat is, if you're over 18, which I know you are, give it a watch sometime. It's free on Prime. It's an X-rated cartoon from the 70s. So, all right, that's the first 2 books. Let's see what else is in here. This must be expansions or supplements. And also, to be fair, there are similar references in kids' cartoons. So. Do I think we will get any Challenger decks this year? Generally, Challenger decks go out on even-numbered years, if I remember correctly. They either go out on even-number years or odd-number years. They do them every other year. But I think it's even-number years, because I'm pretty sure we got some last year. So... probably not. We'll probably get them next year. Because they also tend to not put out Challenger decks just before rotation, and we have a rotation in September. So this is a crime board map with pinnable clues for Knights of Pain Town's story arc. It's a foldable map with 42 pinnable clues for the story arc, 55 general pins, 25 locations, 15 crime scenes, a confidential city map, mist envelope to hold all clues and pins. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, so part of this, apparently there is a mechanic for like having a detective case kind of thing going on, which just this is cool. So Knights of Paintown is apparently a story arc where they add additional magic and lost souls, and then Shadows and Showdowns delve into the mist and uncover the secrets of the city. Okay. This is so cool. I'm just gonna flip through this one quickly. I don't want this to take up the whole stream. Let's also have a whole bunch of other stuff to get through today. Oh, what was that? Cult of the God King. A cryptic case of arcane secrets and zealous sacrifices. Oh, this is cool. Oh, that is wicked looking. The Alchemist, a heist of alchemical transmutations in the mansion of a mad recluse. So yeah, it's a bunch of different story arcs. This is cool. Yeah. I mean, even if we did get Challenger decks, I'm not sure what they would really put out. Like Esper Rafine, and then like Grixis mid-range, mono red, and mono white control, something like that. And that's the only things I could really think of that they would do them for. I mean, don't get me wrong. I would love for them to do that, because I think the Wandering Emperor needs to come down in price. I think Fable of the Mirror Breaker needs to come down in price. But both of those are rotating in September, which sucks, because it means we got less than a year and a half with those. Let's see, what else? Yeah, because we will have had over 2 years with Crimson Vow and Midnight Hunt, or almost just around 2 years. But we'll have had less than a year and a half with Neon Dynasty and Streets of New Capenna, which both are rotating. I think Streets of New Capenna is the newest thing that's rotating. And it sucks that we got such a short time with, well, such a short time is kind of relative there. But a much shorter time with it than we did with the other stuff. So, yeah. Their new rotation schedule also is just kind of crappy. And by new, I mean since they went away from the block system. Like, it was really nice with blocks because it meant that you had at least a year, or actually at least a year and a half with each set. And we're getting a little less than a year and a half with Streets of New Capenna and Neon Dynasty. Or we might be right at a year and a half with Neon Dynasty, but we're getting less than a year and a half with Streets of New Capenna. Excuse me. But I did play against Kuldotha Red this past FNM, and not a fan. Not a fan of playing against that deck. Undisrupted, it could potentially have a turn 3 kill, which is ridiculous. I getting less than a year with all of them. Yeah, I guess you are getting it less than a year with all of them. So Brothers War, Dominaria United, March of the Machine, and Phyrexial will be one. Those don't rotate till next year. So if you're going to buy new stuff, you'll want to buy in one of those 4 sets. Also, I don't think we're getting another standard set until September, other than March of the Machine Aftermath. I think that's the last standard set we're getting till September. Which I really don't like the way they've been laying out releases for standard and other things. Like they've been doing weird stuff with it. So it's a whole thing. Kuldotha Red. It has a potential turn 3. Yep. Well, the new Kuldotha Red. It's not actually called Kuldotha Red. Huh. This has like a whole bunch of comics to go with it too. That's cool. Nice. Yeah, the sleeves on these are really nice, but the construction on the sleeves isn't the best. We had one that just cracked out of nowhere. And then this is the character folio with pre-made characters. I don't know if I really want to dig into this too much. Oh, you beat me for... Yeah. We were playing in a casual game. But yes, you won. You did well. So you got Lance Sullivan. Oh, guess I can do these different ways. Got Excalibur, Flicker. Oh, she's cool. Post-mortem. Is she actually dead? I had a life, not sure. At some point, some arrogant, ignorant, smug son of a gun decided to take it and make me into this experiment. Ooh. There's a lot to unpack there. Kitsune, Declan Lestrange, Mitosis. Okay. Salamander. Then we have Scarlet. Conroy. These are all fairly archetypal. Baby New. Yeah, that's kind of weird. Ghostface. His face is a ghost. Only his face. That's alright. We have Lance Sullivan. Basie or Bassie. And then Budai. That's cool. And then each of these is like actual folio thing. It's pretty cool. There were different stuff about them. In fact, I don't think any of the Challenger decks can be played as is at this point. Well, I mean, the Pioneer ones can. But then we have the starter players explaining, so it's a miniature version of the player handbook and the MC handbook, 5 pre-generated cards, or character folios, 20 tracker cards, the crew theme card, 2 custom City of Mist dice, which we have placement dice here, 7 location maps on 2 double-sided sheets, and 41 character tokens. We've got more tracking cards, and the deck of legends, which I am not going into. Very cool. That is a neat set of stuff. I'll have to find a place for this. Ooh, that is heavy. I'm gonna have to check that shipping label. I think that was 13 kilos, not 13 pounds. This definitely weighs more than 13 pounds. Oh. Right. 13.5 kilos, not 13.5 pounds. I can't read. It's heavy. It's 30 pounds. Right around 30 pounds, at least. All right. Well, we are going to take a short break. And then I kind of want to do March of the Machine sorting, but at the same time, I know I have a whole bunch of the things, collector booster sample packs that I need to open. You think we should crack a bunch of commander decks to harvest out the sample boosters? What do you all think? Because other than the 3 that I still have to record, we can just crack out all the decks and stuff. If you ever wonder what a pre-order of mine looks like, price-wise, there you go. All the commander decks together were 900. And then the case of set boosters, the price for set boosters went up this time around, so it was $750, and then the collector's box was $225. After tax, it was right at $2,000. So, in case you guys were ever wondering. Well, guys, gals, and other pals. Wow, very cool. What? Cracking all the commander decks to pull stuff out? Yeah, one of the commander deck videos should have gone out this morning. That would have been Tinker Time. And I recorded Divine Convocation just before I started the stream. That's part of why the stream was later than normal. And then so I still have the 3 that I'm gonna open for the other videos. I'll be recording those later today. Me with 3 booster boxes. You don't have booster boxes. You have bundle boxes. If you're talking about the pictures that you sent me, those are bundle boxes, not booster boxes. They're different things. But it's okay. We all start somewhere. Yeah, all of these always come in the same order. In the cases too, so the ones we have left are Call for Backup, Cavalry Charge, and Growing Threat. And you guys get to see the super secret order that they'll be released in. Woo! Behind the scenes. Candid information. Yeah. I already shot the thumbnail pictures too. So there's all that. See, by being in the streams, you get behind the scenes information in advance. Okay. Man, this stuff is a workout. Lifting boxes, moving boxes, breaking down boxes. Hopefully I won't bump my controller again and pause the video halfway through. One of the there's a blooper in one of the March of the Machine videos I don't remember which one it was, but I accidentally bumped the pause recording button on my Stream Deck and missed like a third of the box. I was crushed. Absolutely crushed when I realized what had happened. It's like, oh. It's whatever the shortest video was out of the 6. I don't know if anyone watches the longer videos. Where I do like whole box, where I open an entire box. Yeah, it's some of those. It's like some of the early videos, I would accidentally mute my mic, or I would forget to turn on my mic when I was recording. So like the first few minutes of them are silent. Or I had one where my mic died during the video and I didn't know. Because oh, sorry about that. Because my mic, I use a lavalier mic that's on a headset. And oh, there have been some bloopers. It's a wireless lavalier mic, so I can move around and do stuff during the videos and still be connected to audio. It also picks up like every tiny bit of background noise. And if I bump it or touch it, it picks up a ton of noise, so it is one of those things. But I have a couple of rules for my channel when I'm recording. One of them is that wherever possible, videos are done in a single shot, and that's to quell any suspicion of like jump cuts or edits, stuff like that. There are a few times where like if I have to run to the bathroom, or like if I'm sneezing really bad, or if I forget to make a sheet for the rares, I'll pause, but I do my best not to pause recording while opening product. And that's because I have this irrational fear that someone's going to be like, oh, he's stuffing packs, or some stuff like that. And all of that stems from there's a group of players that are convinced for whatever reason that I stuff my sealed product for in-person events, which I don't do. I don't even know how you would go about doing that. Like, it's not something that I've dedicated time to. But I've had some really just lucky pulls over the years. But it's one of those things where, like, they see the lucky pull and assume cheating, but they don't see how much I, like, do sealed and how many unlucky pulls I've had over the years. Like, for every lucky pull I've had, I've probably had 5 or 6 just garbage pulls. So, I mean, there's no making everybody happy on stuff like that, but I've made a habit of, if I have a really lucky pool, that I will call a judge and have them verify my pool, my sealed pool. Just so if anyone tries to say some shit, I can be like, hey, you can talk to the judge. They verified my sealed pool while I was opening it. So, not sure what you think happened there, but, you know. I think part of it, too, is that for a long time with events, if we could, like, move around to do our deck builds, I would move, like, as far away from people as I could to just not get distracted by them. Because I've always had a hard time finishing my build in the 50 minutes allotted for building. Just because mental illness. Yeah, yeah, at our LGS. The people that were doing that don't really go to the LGS anymore. It was a prior group of people, but because they started that rumor, it has persisted, and I find it to be really offensive. Because like I've been playing Magic for 30 years, and doing something like that. First of all, I have no reason to do something like that because I'm a decent Magic player and I've got a lot of experience. So why would I need to do that in the first place? Second of all, it wouldn't be about money because have you seen how much product I buy? Like, and I don't know. Beyond that, I don't know what their reasoning would be. I don't know how you could cheat that. Exactly. Like, I mean, I know how that could happen from how we've caught other people who were cheating. And that's like they would either trade with, like they would swap cards between their prize pools with other people, which if I'm off by myself, I can't do that anyway. Nor would I do that because that's fucking dumb. Or there was one guy that accused me of somehow getting packs before the pre-release, opening them up, changing the cards out of them, resealing them, and then somehow swapping out my packs with the packs in the pre-release. Which, I'm sorry, how? Like, how conspiratorial thinking do you have to be to think that that's something that a person would be able to reasonably do before the pre-release? Like, how would you even get the cards in the first place? And then, like, if you were getting the cards early, why would you do it that way? And on top of it, like, what? So, now keep in mind, the way pre-releases used to work is you would open the product and they would have a registration sheet with every card in the set, and you would have to mark everything that was in the sealed pool on that sheet, and then you would bundle everything back up, and they would collect the decks again, and then redistribute everything so you got a randomized sealed pool that had already been verified. And the rumors of this started when that was the case. So it was even more ridiculous when these rumors started. And it's such an offensive rumor. Like, why would that doesn't make any sense. And yes, it's asinine. And that's part of why it is so frustrating and offensive that is a rumor that has been circulating for a few years. And it was so bad that for a while I stopped doing sealed. Yeah, exactly. Walter, you remember. Like, back when we had to do all that stuff was when this rumor started. Like, it's been a solid 8 or 9 years that this rumor has been going around, and I hate it so much because it was never true and it will never be true. So, like, I would rather stop playing Magic entirely than cheat. So, but there are a handful of players that I've had beef with over the years because of that, because of starting rumors like that and because of shit like that. And on top of that, the industry that I work in, it's one of those industries where not only impropriety, but the appearance of impropriety is something that is absolutely avoided at all costs. Yep. Yeah, exactly. Like, what's the benefit there? To get 10 packs? What? Who like, why would I risk my reputation, the career that I have? Like, the thing that frustrates me so much about these rumors is that could literally affect my career. Dude made his deck from a booster box. What the fuck? That's crazy. But yeah, on top of just the general, it's a shitty fucking thing to do, I would never risk it because it could literally affect my career. Like, there are instances of people doing shady shit, not having to do with work whatsoever, to where they are completely blackballed from the industry. Like, and it terrifies me that those rumors, as unfounded as they are, could affect my career. And the thing that really pisses me off is that the people spreading those rumors just can't fucking get it through their heads that it would never happen, but also that by spreading those rumors, they're risking damaging me financially. Like, it is an exceedingly cruel thing to fucking do. So, like, it's along the same lines as accusing an accountant of embezzling when you know that they're not. Like, it's a seriously fucked up thing to do. My video game team, now or never, has been the victim of cheating so much. I've called so many people out. I've actually gained a negative reputation because people think I'm a snitch. What kind of video game team? Like, what kind of games? That's really cool. Also, I am going to pull chat up on my phone because I need to step away from the computer for a minute. But yeah, like, that's... I don't understand people that just spread rumors to spread rumors or to start some shit. And like, I get it. Like, they feel bad because they got a shit sealed pool, or or their sealed pool just didn't do well, or they're not as good at deck building or magic or sealed or whatever as they think they are. Like, that's a shitty reason, but I kind of understand where someone could come from there. I'm so good at this, the only way I could lose is if my opponent's cheating. Like, I understand that mentality. It's a stupid, shitty mentality, but I get it. But the people that start rumors just to fucking start shit, I don't understand that. Mobile game primarily in China called Identity V. We've actually played in official tournaments held by the company. That's really cool. Yeah, there's a few mobile games that I've done like that where I ended up being really competitive and then kind of fell off. Like, I did the Star Trek game by Scopely. I was hyper competitive in that, and then they really screwed. Like, there was a bug that I got screwed by that some people were exploiting, and when I went to the company about it, they like messed up my account and then refused to give me my money back because of damages that happened due to someone exploiting a bug. Like, they refused to give me my stuff back, and that stuff cost real money. And I was pissed. Like, I would sue them if I could over that stuff. But, fuck Scopely. They're a garbage company. I forgot where I was going with that. There were a few other ones over the years that I've been really competitive with. I was top of the leaderboards internationally for Soulstones for a while. Then my account got banned because I chewed out someone who was cheating in their public chat. That was a whole thing. Captain, I take great pride in my team being honest players. I've known all of them for years. I even know a team who cheated to go to internationals, and it's reppin' Neo because of it. And repping North America EU because of it. Yeah, that's fucked up. I was really high ranked for competitive Guild Wars and Guild Wars 2 for several years too, but that game was devouring my life, so I had to stop. There was a point where I was playing it at a minimum of 8 hours a day, and it was affecting my social life, it was affecting my marriage, it was affecting my work, so I stopped. But it's a great franchise. I have an obsessive personality. I have a tendency to obsess on things, as one may notice from how many videos I've put out for the channel. Over 600 videos in under 6 months. So, actually coming up on this stream, if I remember correctly, would be video 666. So that's our evil stream! Ah! Bad joke, of course. Yeah, that's really cool. Identity V is like Dead by Daylight, made by the same people. DVD is banned in China, so Identity V was made for them to get an idea of the gameplay. You play the hunter position. Oh, that's cool. Dead by Daylight, that's the horror movie game, right? Where you play as like a villain from a horror movie? Am I thinking of the right game? Okay, yeah. I have a friend an acquaintance, I should say, that used to stream that pretty regularly. Was never really my thing. I'm really not into first-person kind of games. They make me seasick, or motion sick, I guess. Much more into strategy games, RTSs, stuff like that. Sorry for the wind noise. There's something strange sitting in my driveway. What was that? Oh, gross. Somebody's used mask. And a busted light fixture thing. Why is this shit sitting in my driveway? Stuff is going in the trash. All right. You don't like Dead by Daylight, ironically. Is it because of the theme or the gameplay? Excuse me. I've never actually played it, but I have watched people play it. But the archetype of game that it is, I just don't care for. Both. That's fair. Well, I mean, if the gameplay is similar in the other game that you play, and that's a thing, I guess, but... Alright. Let's shuck some decks. This is gonna be fun. So something really cool I discovered about these deck boxes is that they're actually perforated on the sides, so they open up. A really neat way. Like, you can just split the front open like that and take the stuff out. So, oh no, we lost a die. Now, what's funny, from experience, these dice in like 2 years will be like $10. Based on what's happened every other time they've ever done plane chase. I think it's plane chase. Yeah, plane chase. For whatever reason, people lose the die for it, and they end up being super expensive eventually, or at least expensive for a die. Then your plane chase and sample booster come in this really neat little black envelope. I think is a nice touch. So we're going to have a whole stack of these by the end of it. I will have 20 sample boosters that I'll do a whole video just to those sample boosters at the end. But it's neat that they just split down the sides this time around, because it makes them a lot easier to open up and get through. Which some of the other ones are just a giant pain. Like, if you didn't have a box cutter, you weren't getting into them, kind of thing. But I like that these can just crack super easily. especially since I'm doing a bunch of them. And they fold flat really easily. Then I now have I'll have a whole stack of black envelopes at the end of this, which is neat, I guess. Also going to have a massive, like I already have a massive stack of commander life counters. Oh, and we dropped the die again. Where'd that go? There it is. So the Brimaz deck comes with a white and red planner die. Oh, I see why they do the space. The spacer is what makes the space for the die, so that it doesn't punch the, or not punch, but so it doesn't mess up the deck. That makes sense. I was so confused with the laydown style that they did on these as to why they would have to have a spacer. It's because of how they did the deck. Okay, or the die for the deck. That makes sense. Because most of the time, commander decks don't come with dice. So, the whole thing. Alright, Brimaz is shocked. Spatial merging. This one for Brimaz. We'll write on this Brimaz is from W.E. Brimaz. Light of Rescros. M-O-C W-E M-O-C W-E. Cool. Okay. Got that one done. Also, our first sponsored videos went out this morning. So Russell from High Point, one of our viewers, decided to, who also I played during the pre-release. He was actually my only loss during either pre-release. Decided to have us open his prize packs on the channel as shorts. So thank you again to Russell. The content is much appreciated. And thank you for being our first viewer-sponsored, or doing our first viewer-sponsored video. That's really cool. So I am hoping that we can do more viewer-sponsored content in the future. It was a lot of fun getting to collaborate with Russell, and if that is something that any of you would like to do, if you know me in person, you can talk to me in person, or if you are not in the High Point area, easiest way to get in touch with me is through the channel email. That is petespacks.yt@gmail.com. That is also linked in the channel about page. And we can figure something out. Now, Russell did keep all the cards that we cracked. And he got a free, it's like 400 count box. It was a cardboard 400 count box for the stuff that we opened, and of course got to be featured on the channel with a shout out. So, something to consider if that is something you would like to do to help contribute. Also, we do have a Patreon that is also linked in the channel about. And if you wish to support the channel in a non-monetary fashion, which is also great, the best thing you can do is like, share, comment, and subscribe on video. Subscribe to the channel, like videos, and comment on them. And if you know people that also enjoy Magic, share our videos with them. Once we get to 500 subscribers, I will be opening a set, or not a set, but a case of collector's boosters for Double Masters 2022 on stream. And which that will likely be a super stream where we stream for several hours. So that is a thing. And there will be random prizes to viewers or to subscribers that are in the stream. So that will be once we hit 500 subscribers. And then we will do another kind of super stream with giveaway when we get to 1,000 subscribers, which is also the minimum subscribers for monetization. So just something to consider. As it stands, excuse me, I've had a few people ask about this. Excuse me again. Hiccups today. As it stands, I make nothing off of YouTube. I don't even have the option to at the moment, because we have not hit the 4,000 watch hours and 1,000 subscribers required to monetize the channel. So, as you may have guessed, that means everything for the channel comes out of my pocket at the moment. So, the hope is to one day be able to open all kinds of cool older stuff and like more premium products. Like we already do Secret Lair Sundays, but I want to get to where we can open some really weird, cool stuff. So, is chat not working? Did you know that my TikTok can be monetized? I have enough followers to make 2 cents. That is hilarious. I didn't know you had a TikTok. That's really cool. How many followers does it take to monetize TikTok? 1,000? 10,000? A million? What kind of content do you make? I think 10,000. Wow. I didn't know I had a celebrity in my chat. You can now call yourself, like, if you were monetized, you can officially call yourself a professional TikToker because you are getting paid to TikTok. Right, that is all of the Sidar Jabri of Zalfir. Commander Dex. Yeah, like I cannot reasonably call myself you have 12? You have 12,000 subscribers? That's really cool. I have a grand total of 317 subscribers, I think. So you are definitely light years ahead of me at this point. Curious as to I originally made it to document my wall mural progress, but once I finished, I started making cosplay content. That's really cool. This is UWE Sidar Jabri of Zalfir. I don't really use it much anymore. I started getting to my self-confidence. Might go back someday. You should go back to it. You could always cross promote it to YouTube and then turn that into a monetized YouTube channel as well. Which is, from what I can tell, is probably the most effective monetization stream for TikTok. Use TikTok to build up enough of it. Don't get paid regardless. You have to get to $50 minimum to get payout. That's so messed up. Let's see. Man. Yeah, so the monetization stream or the monetization pathway that I've seen a lot of TikTokers do is they'll build up a following on TikTok and then move over to YouTube and Instagram and use TikTok to supercharge building a channel on YouTube and Instagram. Also, once you get monetized, they lower your chances of getting on the For You page. Yeah. So again, I think that's why I've seen so many TikTokers like build a following on TikTok and then migrate over to another platform. So I turned it off because it was practically useless. Yeah, that makes sense. But yeah, once you do that, you just point people to your other content or reuse your content on another platform where the monetization is more worthwhile. Because like 10K followers on YouTube, you know, with like that's more than enough to start getting sponsorships. And you could realistically make some decent money on that. Not great money, but decent money. Like enough to pay a few bills. But yeah, 2 cents, that's sad. But TikTok itself doesn't really monetize well. Like they have very little ad revenue as a business. I'm not really sure where their operating budget comes from. So yeah, the Esper deck, the Zalfir, the such and such a Zalfir. I'll send you. Yeah, feel free to share it in chat. We are all about cross promotion and helping one another out here. So, by all means. No. For a second, I thought that was you. Somebody apparently messaged me on Snapchat right at the same time. I must never check Snapchat. Just like I still have a Kick account from like 15 years ago. But the only thing I get on Kick is spam. And messages from one friend that refuses to go on any other platform. Yeah, feel free to share it in the stream chat too. You don't have to if you're not comfortable with that, but you are welcome to share your TikTok link in the stream chat if that is something you're comfortable with. All right. So the Sidar Jabari of Zalfir deck comes with a really cool planar die. It is silver, marbled silver, and red. So I didn't. Isn't that quite you? Yeah, Kick is a cesspool. It used to have a ton of problems with bots. Then it got bought by a company, and they implemented live streaming as an option on there. And I've popped into some people's streams on there just to shoot the shit. But ooh, I like this one. Which deck is this? Bright Palm Soul Awakener has this awesome glitter purple one with green inlay. And anyone that's known me for more than 30 seconds just about knows that purple, green, and silver, which is what the glitter are my 3 favorite colors. Now, if you know my 4th favorite color, you have known me for a very long time, or have asked me what my 4th favorite color is. My 4th favorite color is brown. Like a chocolate brown kind of color. Very similar to the original color for artifacts in Magic the Gathering. Like a good rich brown. That's because it goes really well with green and purple. And there is a flower that I absolutely adore that has dark green leaves, dark purple flowers, and brown stems, brown woody stems, and I can never remember the name of the flower. But it is one of my favorite flowers. And I think it is totally cool for cisgendered men to have a favorite flower. I think it's totally cool for everyone to have a favorite flower. If you don't have a favorite flower, then either it's because you like too many flowers, or you need to get out and smell the flowers every now and then. Because flowers are totally manly, and no one can convince me otherwise. Just like gardening is manly, and no one can convince me otherwise. Because the manliest man I've ever known in my life, my grandfather, on my mother's side, loved growing a garden. You don't like flowers, they burn your nose, bad sensory. Well, they don't have to burn your nose. There's some flowers that have very, very light scents. Now, roses, absolutely pass out in heat while gardening. You gotta stay hydrated. And if you have a big old sun hat, you can stay cool. Now I think he's just picking on me. Making fun of me. Alright, Bright Palm Soul Awakener is shucked. Two more. By the end of this, we should have 17 of these, because there's still 3 decks for me to do. Alright, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10. That's 11. No, I have a neurological condition. I pass out in the sun. Okay, well, I'm sorry. I apologize. I was being silly and did not take that into account. R, G, W, right palm. Soul Awakener. My mom used to make me work in the garden as a chore, and I'd feel sick and beg her to let me go inside. She thought I was faking it to get out of work. Yeah, my mother did something kind of similar. Her big thing is we couldn't have water for whatever reason, and we were actually just getting, and by we I mean I was just getting very dehydrated. And she let me have water after I threw up. You know, Mom of the Year award there. But it's all right. She and I do not talk anymore. It's not a good person. And it affects the relationship I have with my younger sister who lives with her. But you know, that's a thing. Crappy parents gonna be crappy. It is awful. But she is no longer part of my life, and there is a whole long story as to how that happened. But ever since that happened, for the most part, I've never been happier. She was and is a very abusive person, and I'm much happier not having her as part of my life than I ever was as having her as part of my life. So. Yeah. So there's this cool thing about being an adult and being able to set boundaries, and that's that if people violate your boundaries, they don't have to be part of your life. So that was a lesson that took me a little while to learn, because I had grown up with an abusive narcissist. It just so happened to be the same person. So. And I don't throw out those words flippantly either. So. You know, it is what it is. Some of us get good parents, some of us get crappy parents. And some of us get something in between. And it's all just a crappy lottery that you can, I mean, you can win. Like, there's some people that win the decent parent lottery, and there's some people that don't. And I happen to be one of the people that didn't. Alright, Kasala also has a really cool die. Hers is green and white, and it's actually the only one that's not glossy. This one is matte, which is really cool. Sparkly green kind of marble pattern. Yep. Yeah, we had a conversation about this last week, didn't we, Walter? Some of us just get shitty parents, and it's okay. Because shitty parents don't have to make shitty people. Yep. All right. Ah. We have Kozlodon. Very nice. Man, I have so many of these things. Does anyone want like 100? I think I'm gonna have to buy the Brothers War Big Life Spin Down. What is that? Are you talking about the one that came and you weren't able to get a bundle? Oh. Oh. You mean... Is that Brothers War? You mean the Transformer one? Like these? Or do you mean like the dark transformer one, like this? Or did you mean the special Phyrexia all will be one for the oil slick bundles, like this? And there's the Magic 30-sided die. Those are cool. Or did you mean the Small Brothers War spin downs, like this? That came in the pre-release decks. You like the dark one? Yeah. Yeah, it's about 1.5 times the size of a normal spin down. Yeah, as you can see, I've got a whole bucket of different stuff. These are the Eldraine ones from the bundles, from the gift bundles. The regular bundles had smaller ones. Oop. I didn't get. I only got the Phyrexia OLV1 Oil Slick bundle. I wanted to pick up more bundles, but funds for Magic have been a little tight the last couple weeks. You got the small ones? Yeah. No, the small ones were in the pre-release kits. I actually ended up with one of the Phyrexian pre-release dice. Well, my partner did, and they threw it into the stack. We are building our own collector's booster box from these sample boosters. I'm reusing the collector's booster box. Excuse me. These damn hiccups. The big dice that come in the bundles. I was unable to get a bundle. Yeah. Yeah, I like getting bundles for sets. But again, like I only got one bundle for Phyrexia OLB1, and that was the completed bundle. And I didn't get any for March of the Machine. Just because I can't pre-order them for whatever reason. My LGS doesn't offer pre-orders on them. It's URW. This is URW. It's Kazla the Broken Blade. Or Halo. Damn it. Halo. Yeah. That's the whole thing. Alright, we've got 4 sets of these shucked. Now we're down to our last one. And then I will show you what a bunch of shucked decks look like. I do like that these are easily opened without having to have a knife or something. Because not everyone brings a knife to their LGS. These come with a really neat cyan swirl one. This one somehow popped. Oh, it popped out. Because the spacer didn't do its job. Yeah, I'll probably give away during one of the streams a full set of the Plane Chase cards and a set of Plane Chase dice to go with them. So that would be cool. plane chase should not be limited to commander players. Because plane chase is a very fun format, especially for 60 card. Yeah, gimbal. All right. And the last one. So the last three will be opened in videos. The videos where I go over what's actually in them. The Jeskai one, so Kozla, the Broken Halo, is really cool, and that one will be going out tomorrow. That's just a really cool Convoke deck. I've only done Tinker Time and the Kozla deck so far, but the other three I'm planning on recording tonight. I've already shot the thumbnails for them, so that'll be good. Got another one of those. Uh-oh. Where's my other one? Oh, it's still in there. Duh. I had a dumb moment for a second there. God, I'm gonna have such a time popping all that stuff out. Yeah. Hey. Aha. All of the planner dice. I will say these look a lot cooler than the original planner dice. The original ones were just ivory and black. And then they did one that was black and red, and they did one that was black and silver. Which was a thing. So I will be doing a throwback on video pretty soon of some older things. Like I've got Plane Chase Anthology that I'm thinking of doing. I still have 4 sets of it sealed from back in 2015, I think it was. Might have been 2017. And then I've got the Commander. I've got at least the first Commander anthologies. I think I have first and second. And then I have some of the older Commander decks from around that time. And I've got Plane Chase anthologies, which is really cool. And I've got like one of the early game nights, and I've got the Explorers of Ixalan box set, and a few other things from around that time. But this was Gimbal, Gremlin Prodigy. That's green, blue, red. So the rug one, also known as Grrr. Anger Collections has a lot of plane chase for sale, like lots. Okay. I'm confused. Like the original plane chase or something else? See. Grr. See. Grr. Is Anger Collections a thing? If you're looking for if you're looking for any plane chase, he has boxes of the old stuff. Right, I have plane chase anthologies, and I have the original plane chase. Plane chase anthologies had the full set of plane chase of the original plane chase decks in it. So, yeah, I mean, I have it. What is he asking on cases? I mean, he has cases of it. Does he want a reasonable price for it, or is he asking like, premium retail on them? Like, if he's asking spot retail or premium retail on them, not interested. If he's looking at selling them at cost or selling them at original retail, I'm definitely interested. I don't know what he's looking to move them for. I know they've gone down significantly in price because of the reprint in March of the Machine. All of the original plane chase cards were reprinted in this. You just have to hit him up. He hooks people up a lot of times. Yeah. Is he a YouTuber or is that an LGS? Like, I'm not familiar with Anger Collections. Apologies, I'm just ignorant of that specific person. He has a YouTube. Okay, I will definitely look into that. I can write that down. Speaking of which, if we have any artists out here, if we have any artists on our channel, oops, and that's a thing. So I'm thinking of having a design contest for the channel's logo and background image. So if anyone wants to take a shot at that, we'll have a giveaway for the, I guess, the top artist for that. So that seems like a fun idea to me. Have a design contest. Yeah, we now have 17 of the sample boosters all pulled together. We've got all of our plane chase stuff here. Whole bunch of them. we will definitely do a video where I just go over the plane chase cards as its own separate thing. He's done work for a few YouTubers. That's cool. I know someone that is super great at doing that kind of stuff. He's done work for a few. Nice. I don't have a huge budget for it, unfortunately. But yeah, definitely get me in contact with him if you can. Again, the email for the YouTube channel is petespacks.yt@gmail.com, and that email is also linked in the channel description. So I would greatly appreciate that if you could send me his contact information or get them in contact with me. And this is what 15 shucked decks look like. He's a Magic player, so you may just work out some trading cards for work. That would be awesome. This is what 15 shucked decks look like. You end up with a brick like this. There's 15 commander decks. It'll be 20 once everything's done. I still have the 3 to record videos for. But got through doing all that. Let's see if I can fit those in the March of the Machine 3K. I should be able to fit 15. I don't think I can fit all 20. So, yep, do those as sets. There's no way all 15 are fitting in. Well, maybe. It's not going to fit in one row. I know that. Yeah. 12 fit in one row. Nice. Gives me... That gets them out of my hair, at least. I mean, not literally in my hair, but gets them put somewhere safe for the time being, so I can have time to get through the rest of March of the Machines. We did do a slight upgrade on stuff. I can't see your email, so I can give it to him. Oh. It's... Let me view my channel on YouTube. It's in the About, so it's in the 4 business inquiries, if you do that, but it's copy email address, paste, it's that. And then I also have it directly linked in my links as well, which that does not work correctly for some reason. Okay, we're gonna have to fix that. Yeah, it's in the 4 details under 4 business inquiries. Oh. My channel about the heck? Channel status and features, is that it? Advanced settings. Default keywords. community. That's... Okay, permissions. I can just add a default on things? What the fuck? Oh, that is so helpful, and why do they not put that in a better place? Sorry, some of the places that they put things in YouTube Studio make no sense. Like, I can't figure out where to manage my links for my channel. Customization? That's where it is. Okay, so that's in basic info. That link does not work. Huh. Yeah, we're just gonna bend that. That doesn't work. Okay. Yeah, it's under the business inquiries heading. Why, I also dropped it in the chat. So. All right. Yeah, I also did a slight upgrade to my process. I bought a contractor clipboard where I can keep stuff like Sharpie or a pen and like my rare sheets and stuff that I'm not using. I don't just have a stack of rare sheets floating around that I lose, but now they'll be in here. Nice. Ah, upgrade. And on top of that, it's got a special hole there, so you can just put your pen there. So your pen, it's just like there. Very nice. These things are expensive, by the way. This was like $28. I was so confused when I saw how much it is, but it is aluminum, and it's nice solid construction, and I'm happy with it. And I can put it on my desk like this, off to the side, and actually mark on it, and not have to worry about like the sheet falling off and also being disrupted by my Stream Deck. So, upgrade. And it's a good place for me to shove my my receipts from my LGS that are entire pages of paper, so that I can remember when I bought stuff. That was an upgrade I got for the channel yesterday. We still have 6 foreign grab bags to get through. Still have a massive pile of secret layers. A whole bunch of really cool stuff. Unfortunately, I missed getting the Dungeons and Dragons secret layer. I had it in my cart, and I meant to purchase it, and I fell asleep with like 5 hours left on the clock. Like, I was like, I don't feel so good. I'm gonna lay down. Ended up sleeping the whole night. I meant to just lay down for an hour, not even go to sleep. But I ended up missing it, so I'll have to pick those up on the secondary market at some point. Because they looked pretty cool. Yeah, it happens. I don't normally miss secret layers, but it was one that was a one-off anyway, and I wasn't super excited about it to begin with, but it'll be fine. So yeah, it's all good. We have these. Debating whether or not I want to put them in the bucket with all the other dice, or if I want to do something else. We're going to have 4 sets of them. One I will give away with the set of with a sealed set of the Plane Chase cards, and we'll figure out the rest. I'm gonna grab some little baggies and put these in little baggies and then put them in the box. Yeah. So what else did we have for today's stream? I'm trying to remember. I think that was everything. Excuse me. I need to get more snack-sized bags. Because all I have are sandwich, quart, and gallon. Well, that's no fun. And then I've got some smaller ones that are for slime business that I don't want to use. Just to keep these separate. All our spin downs in the same box. Very cool. All right. Whoa, we've been streaming for almost 2.5 hours. Well, I think we're at a good stopping point for today's stream. Went over a really cool new product that, well, not product, but a new game system that I got in, which was City of Mists, which I will have to clear out a shelf or some shelf space to put that on, and maybe get to try out soon. I think that's everything. And then we chucked a whole bunch of commander decks and prepped out some things for the other stuff. But preview on videos coming up. We've got Call for Backup is our next one. And there'll be Cavalry Charge for the 4th video and Growing Threat for the 5th. Then the 6th video will be going over all our collector booster samples, which I have cheekily put back into the boxes. So those will be fun. They're sealed product, not for resale. So add to our collection of unusual product videos that we have done. But yeah. So I think we're going to call this a day for the stream. So as always, thank you for joining me on this adventure. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. All that good stuff. It's the best way to help the channel without spending any money, because it's completely free. And if you do want to help the channel financially, that is also an option through our Patreon. The Patreon is linked in the channel About section, as always. It was a blast, bro. Thank you, Walter. It was a blast. It's always a blast having you in the chat. It's fun. Having you in the chat, having other people in the chat, it makes the whole thing a lot more fun. You'll notice that the streams are much longer when people are here because it's fun and we don't see how much time is passing. Whereas the streams where the lonely streams, as I like to call them, tend to be very short. It's like, I'm in a room by myself. Nothing to talk about. I mean, there's plenty to talk about even with just me, but it's not the same. But yeah, it's a blast having all of you in the chat too. So thank you. Yeah, until next time, everyone stay awesome. We'll see you in the next one. Thanks. Bye.